So you like almond paste cookies?
Oh, yeah.
There's the almond paste cookies with the cherries on top.
Right.
And those are typically, no nuts. It's just the almond paste batter. And that's a little bit different batter than this. Okay. Not too much different, really, but a little bit. That batter usually has a little bit more egg white in it. So, but what you do with those is you let them sit overnight. You make them, you pipe them all out, and you put them together, and then you let them sit overnight and dry out.
Okay.
And then that's how they hold their shape. So.
Might be an idea for a future lesson.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe next week.
Where's the thought?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gonna do a couple of cookie episodes here, and then we got the Valentine's Day coming up. So I was thinking, maybe we'd do some kind of chocolates or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, heart cutouts. Anyone can do a heart cutout. That's not really something I feel like is necessary to do for the channel. But if people want to see that, that would be fine. And by the way, now's a really good time, folks, if you want to take a moment and hit the subscribe button or hit the like button or maybe put a comment in, that would be great. And certainly if you wanted to share this video with your friends, that would be fantastic. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep making our cookies, taking it as it comes, and we'll do what people ask us to do. Maybe someone has a certain thing that they want to learn. Like, I don't know, maybe you want to learn how to make baklava. If so, say so. I know how to make baklava. In fact, I like making baklava. I haven't made it in a long time. Maybe I should make that sometime soon. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. It's endless. There's so many different things that we can make. So, if there's something you folks want to see in particular, just please say so.
Baklava? I would not complain.
Baklava. I used to always call it baklava. My friends would be like, "What are you making?" Baklava. What's that? Baklava. Baklava's good. I like it. The idea, the whole key to the baklava, the good baklava, is to lots of layers, and you got to simmer that sauce for a long time. The syrup,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not supposed to be really super. It's supposed to be flavorful, not thick and syrupy.
Right.
It's more. It's a thinner syrup, but very good. When I used to work at the Gateway Banquet and Conference Center years ago in the 90s, I used to make that all the time. I used to make like 3-4 pans at a time.
Well, it's definitely a popular dessert with people, that's for sure.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever had baklava, it was some relative, sent us a box at Christmas. I think it was my stepdad that, got a big box of baklava for the holidays, probably from work or some relative, Anyway, oh my gosh, that was just so good.
Divine.
I'd never had it before, and I remember going back into the fridge and eating piece by piece by piece, and then my mom and my stepdad would go home from work and they'd be like,
"Where'd it go?
Where's the baklava?" And that was, at the same time I was, on the wrestling team, so I'm trying to lose weight for wrestling. That didn't work out.
With baklava, not so much.
That didn't work out so well.
One local eatery, they had what was called baklava cake.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was just divine.
Baklava cake, huh?
Oh yeah.
No kidding. That sounds good. Uh-huh. Okay, so, this is the kind of thing where you get your hands dirty and you do it,
Roll them.
Yeah.
Roll it up, shake.
Yeah.
Stick it on the pan.
I think this will be good for our little demonstration here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's save the rest of this batter. Look how much batter I have left. Okay. Okay, so here's a dozen. Here's 6 more, which is going to be 18. And I know darn well that I could probably get at least another 2, maybe 3 dozen out of that. Okay, so if I'm at 1.5 dozen now, and I know I can do at least 2 more dozen, that's 3.5 dozen. Figure this batch probably makes 4 dozen of these.
Wow.
I would say, when it's all
that stretches pretty far.
Well, see, but you don't want to make them too big because of the batter itself. It's very, very rich. Okay, this almond paste batter is rich. It's no joke. So they don't need to be big. I mean, you can always have a second one.
Right.
But like I said, they're very rich, and you don't want to make them too much bigger. And I did use a half a pound of almond paste here, so
right.
You do expect to get a few cookies out of that, So,
I'd hope so.
Yeah, exactly. So, so from here, okay. Now I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the oven to the normal baking temperature, which we all know. My sweet spot is 295 in my oven, 340, 345 for your oven at home. Okay, I've got the convection oven, so I'm subtracting 50 degrees out. These probably going to bake for a good 12 to 14 minutes. Okay, I'm going to bake them until they're a little bit dry on the outside. They'll be golden brown, okay? And what I'm hoping is that they don't melt in the meantime, okay? I'm going to get my oven nice and hot before I put these in because I want to bake them quick. I want to get a nice firm skin on them because what'll happen is if you don't do that, then they melt into puddles, okay? And then you don't have a nice cookie. Okay, you don't want a puddle. See, think about it. There's very little flour in here. Okay, and only a little bit of egg white, and it's basically just almond paste with a little bit of flavor. A little bit of sugar, which breaks things down and makes them spread. The egg white will bring things back, but the main thing is we're taking a fatty, oily substance from the nuts, the essence of the nut. Okay, and we're basically dissipating that. So if we try and put these in a warm oven before it's a hot oven, like I said, they're just going to melt into a puddle. If it's nice and hot, boom, they bake quick, and that's good. Now, if we wanted to let these sit overnight, like you do the normal almond paste cookies with the cherries on top, okay, then you don't really need to worry about it so much, but you're still going to want to use a hot oven, and then it'll just take a couple of minutes to bake them quick. Till they're golden brown. Okay. Right now, we're gonna need to bake them for a few minutes. So we're gonna turn on the oven, and I'm going to time everything so that when I get back, which will be momentarily, I will be able to tell you just exactly how long it took them to bake, and you get to have a good idea of what they're supposed to look like when they come out of the oven. And in the meantime, if I wanted to, finish this up by putting the nuts in and sugar and blah, 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 all that, and then just let these sit or put them in the freezer, that would be fine. The only thing is, if I put them in the freezer, all this sugar, okay, it's going to condensate, and they're going to get wet and sticky when I come back out. So it's almost better to just, take that, put it in a cup, put some saran on it, and scoop them to bake later. Okay, this is not the kind of thing that you necessarily want to, get ahead on. If you're talking about the lemon balls or the lemon logs, rolling that dough and having it ready to, go in the oven anytime, that's what you want to do with those. But on this kind of batter, you want to just leave it and keep it like this. So, all right, so we'll be back in a few minutes, and sit tight. Alrighty then. Okay, so we baked the cookies. It took exactly 17 minutes. I timed it. Anyway, see how we got a nice golden brown? Okay, so I pulled them out of the oven a good 10 minutes ago. So they're, that's why I'm not burning my hand here. Now, I probably should have sprayed the paper. Actually, they're fine once they set up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. That's what they end up being. See how they spread?
Yeah.
They're not like fingers, I mean, if they had sat overnight and had a skin over them and dried out a little bit, then they wouldn't have settled like that into a flat spot like that. They would have been more like, they would have been up and in more. So, but, it doesn't matter. They're delicious. They're going to be delicious. Come on around here and let's eat one.
Come on.
What are you waiting for? Come on now.
Well, I'm just waiting for the invitation.
Yeah. Let me get a plate here.
Yep.
That way you can get your picture.
Indeed.
All right, we'll just grab one. Don't be bashful.
And please, folks, remember, like John said, like, subscribe, share, comment, please. We love comments. Yeah, maybe a little irritating, but it really helps a small channel like ours.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
ready?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that crunchy outside and then the very tender middle.
Mm.
Mm.
That's banging.
Oh, God, that almond paste is dynamite.
Well, it's got the perfect amount of chew.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's got the crispiness on the outside, but you got that chew on the inside to bring it back.
Mm-hmm. It's not overly sweet.
Not at all. No.
Mm.
No, it could actually... Yeah. I mean, it could use a little bit more sugar, but you could also just take a little bit of the flour out to achieve the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I used a quarter cup of flour. If I used, say, an eighth of a cup of flour, this would be a much sweeter cookie.
Right.
But
I think it's just perfect.
But it's not going to hold up the same.
Right.
It's not going to be as cakey,
Yeah, this is definitely one the folks at home are going to have to try.
Man, I should have put these on my Christmas mix.
Hey?
I made all those Christmas cookies. I made oh mercy. I made, during the month of December, I ended up making about 75 pounds of Christmas cookies for the different orders.
Yeah.
And the people.
Well, I mean, I remember that one episode. I sat there and I recorded you making sheets and sheets and sheets of cookies.
I made, it ended up being about 12 different kinds.
Yeah.
And I made, very big, full batches of each, and then, went back and made more of some. Very good. I didn't make these. You can't get to everything,
No.
So, but yeah, these are banging. These are banging. Very good. So.
And I see what you mean about them being very rich.
Yeah, you don't need to eat more than one at a time. At least I don't anyway. I mean, you could eat more than one, but
right.
You got to have an appetite for that as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, eat two of these, it's like eating a freaking double granola bar,
Right.
So, but anyway, these are delicious, I think. So, hope you folks want to give this recipe a go, and hope you were entertained by our little video here. And I hope that if you do try this recipe, you're going to try it with love and affection. And for that matter, whatever you bake, it's not going to matter. if you bake with love and affection and put your heart and soul into your baking and you love what you do, whatever it is, it's going to be delicious. And I've said that over and over again. So try it at home, give us your feedback, and let us know for the next one. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.